our next speaker is Joakim from Manomotion. And I see actually that you are here, so I don't have to ask you that. So Joakim, are you ready? Share a screen, perfect.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we'll see here. I'll tell you when you're good to go.
Yeah.
It has started sharing, it says. Here we go. Here we go, perfect.
All right, thank you.
Take it away.
Thank you very much for very good presentations. I can see, Niels, that we should connect afterwards. I think we might have a case for the future together. So Manomotion, mano means hand. That's hands in motion, that's what we do. So we do AI driven human hand tracking and gesture control for smart safety solutions. Also true to life hand interaction technology in AR, which means no controllers. And this can also be used for human machine collaboration. Slow. Okay, so as you now can imagine, I hope, we can fit into many areas and categories, like shown in the picture. But I will start with something more simple that everybody can relate to. This is a machine and no human is present. We would call that a pretty safe machine. As soon as a human enters, it's not so safe anymore because things can happen. What we do is that we put a camera here to track the hands. With that camera, we can send signals to the operator to warn them before entering danger zones or even emergency stop for the machine. So this is predictive safety, we would like to say. We can send signals to the machine to slow or warn, as I mentioned. Emergency stop, your imagination is the bounding box of this. So, and it works on any machine. A key thing here is that you get real data, not video analysis or anything. You can get historic data. Where were you and why? You can use it for educational purposes, etc. Present data, of course, where are you now? Immediate stop, this will cause downtime, of course. But if we can predict where you're going, we can stop the machine to warn you prior to the machine stopping, and that will cause uptime instead, which could be a key issue for many companies today. This is the world's first eBazaar certified AI solution for machine safety. As you can see, it's okay to use your hand quite close to the saw blade, but as soon as you enter the danger zone, the saw blade slings down. The saw blade is not our invention. That's the Altendorf, a company from Germany doing very large sliding blade saws. In that case, we used twin cameras and twin CPUs due to the certification legislation. So to sum it up a little bit, we do human hand tracking and gesture control. So for the face, where is your attention when you try to do something? Will become very popular in or common in the cars, I would guess, since we're also doing that. Body activity recognition. Do you need to track someone specific in a room or something like that? Of course, you can also control things with using your hands. And as mentioned, we do this by any camera or any CPU. We are a software-only company. So this could be a smart room. Let's say you enter this room and you are in control of everything. And all you have to do is to be yourself. That's a little bit tricky in normal life. Your body is the remote control. You can automate anything. You can point at the lamp and turn it on, or you can lower the curtains, etc. Well, why not make a control panel touchless? Why is it that everybody that goes to hospital pushes the button ground floor? We can only guess that they are in the hospital because of some kind of disease. And this is not so good, is it? You can also, you know, make any control panel virtual with no real buttons involved. I will come back to this a little bit later in my presentation. The top 10 search word in Google is cobots. That means collaborative robots. Today, it's only from the machine perspective, and the human has to adapt to it. With our technology, we can control the robotic arm, so the robotic arm gets almost human knowledge and experience, or at least will act the way a human would. We can control the robotic arm. I will show you more on that later in a video. We'll show the video at the end. We can also do a heat map, a human heat map. Where are you now? Where are you going? And potentially, where are you going? And for how long time? You can also detect what person is doing, sitting, laying down, walking, or falling, of course. And of course, leaving the room empty. Does it get too hot when you have your friends over? Or how many are actually allowed to be in a building? With our technology, you can track how many people are in the room. It's dark, doesn't matter. This is an in-car experience, doesn't matter. And as I mentioned, you can control lighting just using your hands. I will show this video later on as well. So now you can imagine all the market segments we can be in and are. We are in all these categories. Robotics, medical training, aircraft simulation, where US Navy coming up, and a very big Swedish company within aircraft. Only one perhaps there is. Construction, etc., etc. Navigation, we do navigation too. This is to showcase some customers we have, Schindler elevators, for touch-free elevators. We work with a Swedish company doing how to control a robotic arm. The video you will see is a showcase for Intel. Target has very dangerous machines where we will track hands to save hands. In Europe, there are 300,000 hand injuries per year. In Sweden alone, it costs 1 billion SEK for hand injuries, and that's only the part we know of. Dark numbers could be very high. Procter & Gamble in Brazil, we will reduce the time to market for the new products with about approximately 6 to 8 months, because they will bring out a new packaging in front of their mobile phone, actually, or an iPad or something like that. Vario considered to be the best headset manufacturer in the world. There you can actually test drive a new Volvo before it has even been built. We are also on to them even when the car is on the blueprint stage. Xtal flight simulators, as I just mentioned, for the first time in the world, you get to see your real hands in a virtual simulator. Simulators are extremely expensive, and you have to go to certain places to visit them. And for a flight captain, you need many, many hours to train. In this case, you can sit home in your sofa and get the quantitative hours you need. This could also be a use case just to show that we can tell, of course, a human from an object. Let's say this machine is a dangerous machine that's being fed by a forklift. But today's system, the yellow zone here, is not, cannot tell from the object, the forklift, from the human, but we can. Slow computer I seem to have. This is the team. We base from KTH, which is who are also part owner of the company. A lot of doctors, etc. here. I think the only doctor we miss here, it might be Dr. Alban. I'm very happy to work with such good people. So I promised to show you a video, and here's a video from internship we just had. Let's see if that works. This will be showcased in the Intel 5G Innovation Center they have in Kista, north of Stockholm. And as you can see, she is using a pinch to move the robotic arm. And this is, this is just the first demo, the first step. Before this robotic arm was dead in their innovation center, but we kept it alive again. We brought it to life. So how do I? Okay. And as I mentioned, we just need a camera. Here's a colleague of mine. He's just using a mobile phone. He has put it in something called Movie Mask to get both his hands for free to operate. The Movie Mask is like $100, 1,000 kroners. And yeah, so like a Samsung 8 would work perfectly. This makes it accessible to anyone, everywhere, I would say, the technology we have. So I think that's it. I'm looking forward to questions.
Very good, Joakim. Thank you so much. I'm always very excited when I see what you do. Let's see if we have any questions. I don't have any questions yet in the chat, but maybe they arrive. I can ask you one thing. I mean, the whole area of utilizing, let's call it VR, AR, in understanding where the hands are and not to hurt themselves and all of that, and especially in training, that has been discussed and tried a lot. And I know several companies who have failed in projects, but it seems like you have a better traction than most of the others. So what is fundamentally different in your approach? Can you explain that?
You mean our approach technology-wise, or
yeah, or are you simply just better salespeople? I don't know, but you seems to have, as far as I sense, you seems to have much better traction than most of the others in this space. And I don't know if there's something special in your approach technically, or.
I would say a couple of things, of course. There has been a predecessor before me. And I cannot imagine how I have a hard time imagine how they can even sell anything, because we didn't have ready products at that time. Yeah. So I've been lucky to enter this company when there were products. Also, I have run my own business, and I know tips and tricks, and of course network. Yeah, perhaps the market has become a little bit, not much, just a little bit more open-minded about this. So we get many questions from companies, and we're lucky to get that. Also in this area, Magnus, I would say for hand tracking, if you look for hand tracking, if you Google that, you will only see two companies. It's Manomotion and Ultraleap. Ultraleap is a huge company, but are they as good as us? No. So we have many customers from Ultraleap. Actually, they left Ultraleap, and that has to do with that we are 100% customizable, and our competitors are usually not. So let's say the saw machine, very big company from Germany. We have started a POC with them, and they left another company doing almost the same thing as we within safety, but our product is, let's say 80% ready for them. Yeah. Then the rest 20% we can customize.
Great. So we are so happy to work with you, and and you're also one of the you're still sitting at things, I guess, in the building, which I like a lot, of course.
We are back in things.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you so much.